Hi guys! So we're going to continue with the YT Pagan challenges from 2016, but we're going to wrap it up. Okay, so continuing on, next question is, how important are altar tools to you? Well, my definition of altar tools is the typical Wiccan tools, wand, athame, chalice, cauldron, pentacle, and I use the bell as well. Um, for me, just a rundown of the tools. I use an athame for um, if I want to cast circle. I use the athame and use the athame to direct energy. I also have a working athame. So I have um, more celebratory tools, and then I also have a set of working tools. So the working tools I use for different purposes. So the working athame, I actually use it to carve into a candle or into objects, and more for magical workings and spell work. The pentacle I use to charge spells and other magical items on. And I also have another pentacle that I use on my altar to represent the 5 elements, and I have crystals for the 5 elements. At some point, I'll do an altar tour at some point. The bell I use to distinguish different transitions in my rituals and to cleanse energy and work with energy through sound. The chalice I don't work with anymore because I don't do offerings or libation, but I will sometimes have water in the chalice just to drink because sometimes rituals can go a bit long, and it's nice to refresh your system and make sure that you have some food and drink. I do have some food sometimes if I'm getting hungry. And trying to go there. The cauldron, I have a celebratory cauldron that I use to sometimes to burn candles in with sand, but usually it's just to put items in it for a ritual or to take items out of it for a ritual. And then I have a actual cast iron cauldron that I can actually burn things in. I'll burn charcoal discs in those outside for charcoal discs, but I'll burn things in it, and it'll be okay because it's cast iron, so it won't crack or break or anything. Um, and then for the wand, I have a wand that I work with to call upon the 4 directions, goddess and god, if I choose to. I don't always do that, just like I don't always cast circle. And I have other wands that I'll use for different magical purposes. I have a lot of wands. My boyfriend makes wands, well, for his friends and stuff. He's made me like tons of wands. I think I have like 6 or 7 wands. And they're handmade, all natural wooden wands. And yeah, so he makes wands for me and gives them to me. So I'm trying to find uses for the wands, but I'm sure I'll find like different rituals or Sabbath Isbit wands, so I'll show you guys this one wand that's an absolute favorite right now. Well, it's like up there with my favorites. So this is the wand. So this is juniper wood. Kind of hard to see, but it's just a pale white wood. And he put some orange yarn. It actually is a lot darker in person, and then some red, like burgundy yarn. Because those are like not my favorite colors, but I love autumn colors. So he wanted to make this for me with autumn colors. And then each of the tips has a crystal. Don't know if it'll show you guys. So crystal there, and then on this side, there's another crystal. To help like direct energy when you hold the wand, to kind of direct the energy through the crystals. And I specifically asked for a wand with crystals in it, so I'm really happy that he made that for me, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I love it. And that's how I work with my altar tools. As far as the importance of them, sorry, my nose is itchy. Okay, sorry. As far as the importance of them, they're not really important to me. I don't have to work with them to do magic or rituals or anything. But for me, I like to work with the tools because it makes me feel more witchy. It makes me connect. It makes me shift that consciousness to do rituals, to do magical workings. And so I like to work with them. It makes me happy when I work with them. So that's why I work with them. And that's how they're important to me. Okay, next question is, so I'm going to kind of answer two questions in one. What is your favorite pagan artwork and what is your favorite pagan music? I don't know of any direct artists or well, like painters and drawers or music artists that are strictly pagan. But I will say that when it comes to artwork, there's a lot of like tarot decks that are pagan themed tarot decks, and the artists of those decks are absolutely beautiful. The Pagan Tarot, the Book of Shadows Tarot Volume 1 and 2, and the Green Witch Tarot, beautiful artwork. So the people who created that pagan themed artwork is very beautiful. I love that artwork. I do have to say that my boyfriend's a good artist. um, I have some of his paintings, but I don't have them with me. Maybe I'll take a picture and post it to Facebook. Um, but Lily wanted to say hi. Say hi, Lily. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, he's done a lot of natural landscapes and trees, and they're really beautiful. I think they're really beautiful, and he may not be considered like a pagan artist, but I think that they have a pagan theme to them because they're nature based, and I really like them. For as far as pagan music, I would say Lorena McKennett's songs can be witchy and magical in the acoustics and the instruments and the songs themselves. Also, I actually do really like Evanescence. I think that some of their songs are kind of magical in a way for me personally. There's different songs that I find magical. Celtic music is kind of has like that magical theme or resonance to it. So really music that is instrumental, some of Lindsey Sterling's music, piano music, the two cellos, they have really nice music. Music with instruments and music that incorporates nature sounds with instruments. I think those are all kind of pagan based, being like pagan being like earth based. I find those to be magical and I guess pagan like. Okay, what is your favorite place to visit? I have two favorite places that I love to visit, if I can. The first one would be the forest. If I can ever just get out into the forest, and I mean like deep into the forest, and not a creepy forest, but a nice forest that you feel comfortable in. Usually going up to a campground or a lodge that's near a lake, and areas where they might have some parks. Those places I like to go to get out to the forest because you still feel safe knowing there's other people around, knowing there's some park rangers around, knowing there's a campground, knowing there's a lodge. You know people are around, that you feel safe in the vicinity. One, I feel safe because there's other humans around, and two, I feel safe because there's other humans around. Predators are probably not going to be around because they're going to get scared off by all the human activity. But you can find locations in those areas that are secluded enough that you can totally be by yourself and be in nature and be in the heart of the forest and feel safe but be isolated, and it's really nice. So when we go camping, which I don't do a lot anymore, but when I was a kid I'd go camping a lot, and just find time just to walk out somewhere where I could find a secluded place and just be one with nature and connect with nature. Oh my gosh, there was a video I shared on Facebook talking about the power of trees and the power of the forest, and it's so true. Going out to the forest, going out to nature, especially the forest with trees, really helps humans mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It really helps heal you because it allows you to reconnect to nature, reconnect to where we came from, and reconnect to the natural world, which is really important for everything that we are as humans, psychological, emotional, spiritual, even physical. It really helps to heal you. and reconnect you. So that's the feeling that I get when I go out in nature. I just feel like I am where I'm supposed to be. I feel like this is where I'm meant to be, and it makes me so happy to be out in nature. The second place I love is the ocean, the beach. Uh, I love going to the beach / ocean because it's very healing as well. It's different. It's a different location that I'm usually around. And being near the ocean, being on the beach, I really feel my connection to the earth. I realize how small I am on this earth, which allows me to have a greater understanding and perspective of my place on this planet and how, place on this earth and the importance of this earth. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing for me to realize how small I am on this planet because it makes me realize how vast this planet is. And at the same time, it makes me realize how important it is to keep this planet healthy and clean and surviving and to not destroy it and not to rape Mother Earth because we need to keep this Earth alive. It's the only planet we have. We don't even have a way to get to Mars, and that's like one of the closest planets. And we don't have any way to get there. It takes forever to get to the moon, for God's sake. So people, we don't have the ability to live anywhere else. As much as Hollywood would like to tell us, we don't yet. We don't. So taking care of Mother Earth, taking care of this planet, and really keeping it alive and healthy so that we can stay alive and healthy. Because if we rape the earth, meaning that we tear down all the trees and forests, we rip up all the soil and land, we pollute the water, we pollute the air. If we're doing this to the earth, we're poisoning the earth. We're going to poison ourselves because we breathe the air, we drink the water, we harvest the food, whether plants or animals, we harvest it from the earth. The animals eat the plants of the earth. We eat the plants, we eat the animals. We're going to kill ourselves because we're going to pollute and poison everything. So anyway, the little rant. Protect the earth power. And going to the ocean really helps me to realize my place on this planet as I am just one human being. Like, oh my gosh, this planet is huge. And it just, I don't know, it reconnects me to the vastness of the planet. Also, sorry, there's hair. Also, being near the ocean is very healing. Kind of the goddess energy of the ocean, the healingness of the element of water. Is healingness a word? I don't think so, but healing through the element of water, especially salt water and ocean water. I really feel like, for some reason, when I go to the ocean, the salt water seems very cleansing and very healing than other water, like lakes and rivers and creeks. For some reason, salt water seems very healing. Maybe it's because of a combination of salt and water. And walking on the beach, picking up seashells, mind you, not all of them, but a couple, and looking at the tide pools. Be respectful to the creatures of the tide pools, but you can look at them and you can occasionally touch a starfish or a sea anemone. Just don't pick them up or anything. Don't bother them. And it's fun to just go to the beach and be in that environment. So those are my two favorite places to visit and to be, is the forest and the beach with the ocean. Okay. Well, we'll answer one more question. Do you believe in ley lines, places of energy? I have heard about ley lines and places of energy, but I don't have a lot of knowledge about them. I haven't researched them. The only thing I know, what I believe we're talking about here, is ley lines are the lines that intersect all throughout the earth. If you see the earth, there's like lines everywhere that are ley lines, and when the ley lines cross, they're places of power, either good or bad. I've seen some bad ley lines, I've seen some good ley lines. Though, you know what? I want to take that back. I don't think that they are inherently good or evil or good or bad ley lines. I think that they're points or places of energy when they cross. There are places of energy and power where anything can come through. Maybe it's based on the community around the ley lines or the environment around the ley lines. I don't know, but they can be portals, they can be places of power and energy. And I know that some people work with ley lines for crystal grids or to heal. So that's what I know, but I do believe in them. And as far as places of power or places of energy, yeah, I do believe there are places of energy. What I would classify that as is the energy vortexes in Arizona and different energy vortexes around the world where there's just this vortex or surge of energy that you can tap into and connect with, and people use it to heal and other reasons for working with energy. I've never been to any of those, um, but yeah, I do believe in them, and I think it would be cool to visit some of them. Maybe not extensively work with them because I think energy is something that you got to be cautious about because if it's too powerful, it might overwhelm you and such. But going and visiting some of those places would be cool. Okay, so those are all the questions we're going to answer for this video. So thanks for watching. Have a good day and a good night. Blessings. Bye.